Hello and welcome. I'm your host Jitsuko Toshiro, and I'm here chilling listening to some Minecraft music. I hope you're doing well on this fine Sunday afternoon. I just came back from church. Gonna go ahead and pause that. Here, my charts don't ever look like this. Let me clean it up. But I was doing some charting. Obviously, I called for major resistance up here. I'm going to show you actually on my phone. My screen's still broken, as you can see. But I want to show you, I'm scrolling through Twitter, right? And I'm seeing a bunch of bullish, like new all-time high calls. Like, you could just scroll through Twitter. And everyone, yeah, I have some funny stuff here, but everyone's sitting here calling 50K, 40K. We're only at 28.36, okay? We barely broke out of the resistance. Let me show you on the chart what I'm talking about. So here's my master chart that I use for Bitcoin. And I told you guys, let me turn on my brightness. I told you guys that there is a key resistance that we have right here. We need to retest, hold for a day, and see if the next daily candle will close above it. We obviously got that daily close. Now, the weekly closes in about 4 hours. There's still some time left on the weekly to see if we actually confirm this breakup, but Bitcoin's looking really strong. If you zoom out, you can see a few things. Number one, I have this resistance marked at 30,000. Everyone has their eyes on 30,000. Another thing that you want to notice on the charts is ascending channels. They tend to break to the downside. And sometimes what you can get is a fake out. So watch out for that. But if you are trading this, I hope you're in the money. I hope that you are, whatever, short, long, whatever the case may be, you're making money for yourself. Now, a lot has happened in the past few days. Everyone's thinking that Bitcoin's pumping because of the crash that happened with the banks, okay? And if you're not sure what happened with the banks, let's just go ahead and take a look at gold. Gold is the hedge against the dollar, right? And gold looks like it's about to make some new all-time highs. You can see right here, it spiked up, and then it had its dip. Let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So it had its dip, spiked up again, and it's coming up to retest these local highs on gold. Now, everyone obviously thinks that gold's going to break out of this and create more all-time highs, and it's going to be another bull market rally. But there is this lurking sentiment that the FOMC meeting on Wednesday is going to bring a lot of bearish sentiment all over crypto. The question is, do we go long or are we still in a bear market? Is this a bear market rally? What's going on? Well, let me tell you something that I've analyzed from the past is we don't have a bottoming structure here. This isn't a bottoming structure. I don't care what you say. There isn't a flush out. There isn't a long debasement. The technical market analysis in general doesn't mean that this is a bottom. So a real bottom will look something like this, where you have, I'm talking months of consolidation at a low price level. You can have bull market rallies. This is a 300% rally, but you still have this long basing. Now, you can have rallies and you can have dips along the way. So right now, I think where we're at is basically here. We're reaching the top of the bear market rally. We could probably consolidate a bit more and revisit these lows one more time. If you look here, that is exactly what it looks like here. We could honestly pump up to 30,000 and then retest those lows at 15, 18, and maybe even make more new lows. The reason why I'm so bearish on the asset class Bitcoin is because the whole sentiment, everything regarding the politics and structure of the banking system, they're setting everyone up to go long here. They're trapping a lot of longs. Now, let's go back to my computer. I want to show you something that I noticed on Twitter. I'm following this guy, Pino. I obviously gave him a shout out in my last video, but price action follows the liquidity. This is liquidity map. You can see 50 billion here. We have a lot of liquidity underneath that 20K. So we're going to revisit 20K. We're going to revisit the bottom of the ascending channel. And you have to be prepared for that. You have to understand that there is a possibility we come back down. And in this type of environment, if you head back down, it's going to come crashing hard, especially with what's going on. One more thing I want to show you is the DXY, okay? DXY is, so it is going to, it's at a key area of support. I drew a trend line, obviously. of where I think it's headed. And I mentioned in my previous videos that it could just make a double bottom or ascending triangle and then head higher. But Bitcoin looks really good. It looks strong. It's pumping up. I did not expect it to get up to 28.4. I was actually expecting 27 max. If you watch my previous videos, I do apologize. This is a bit higher than I expected, but I am still a bear until 30,000 is clearly broken. Then at that point, I will say that we probably have a bull market on our hands. Last thing I want to show you guys is the weekly EMA cross, and I have to remind you guys that these death cross shouldn't be taken lightly. Even though we pumped past it, it doesn't mean that it's not in play anymore. We still have this 200 EMA, line, and even though we have a pump above it, you have to wait a week or two to see if we come back down to retest it. And if we do retest it, is it going to hold? Let me show you an example of when that's happened in the past, and I always mention this in my videos. We had similarity here in the Luna crash. We pumped up above the 200 EMA, we reclaimed it for a week, and then we came back down, and that was the start of the bear trend. That's exactly what I think is happening here. And you can see in the S&P 500, this happened, well, not necessarily similarly, but I want to show you one more thing with the S&P 500, is we had this type of price action here. All right, and the reason why I'm bringing up the S&P 500 is I'm trying to show you guys that the macroeconomics of everything is similar. Bitcoin is a risk on asset. It's not a hedge against the dollar yet. It's too premature. It's less than $1 trillion in market cap. It's a tiny little commodity compared to gold, which is the actual hedge against the dollar, right? It's still a risk on asset. So if you look here, S&P 500 looks like it made a clear breakout, right? We had a very similar price action structure in 2008. We had almost a year of just heading down from 2007 after a nice rally. We had almost a year of it heading straight down. We had a breakout. We came down, retested it, and then we finally made the new lows. That is what I'm seeing right now in the S&P 500. If you go here to what's happening now, it looks like we broke out of that year-long bear trend, and it's time for new all-time highs, right? But we can get another, M pattern and head down. And I think that's what's going to happen. Bitcoin won't survive the S&P crashing. People have this narrative that is the hedge against the dollar like gold, but that's not the case yet. It will be the case, I think, in our lifetime, just not right now. So I'm here to remind you guys that, yes, we did have a beautiful weekly pump. If you're scalping, you should always go long on these pumps. But big picture, I like to do big picture videos. Technically, Bitcoin is still not, how do I say it? It's not in the safe zone yet. It's not really, I don't think, going to make new all-time highs right now. It broke out of the ascending channel. We need like a few more days. I think right now, actually, you can confirm a breakout on the ascending channel. But I want to see how this weekly closes and this daily candle closes. But other than that, that's pretty much my analysis on Bitcoin. There are a lot of similarities with the pre-pump 2008 recession. I think that's what's happening right now. So I wish you the best of luck trading this. Very difficult to short Bitcoin on such a massive move. I think we did 40% in a week. A lot of people are expecting lows, and Bitcoin swept all the highs. And here's another reminder. We have a lot of liquidity here underneath this $20,000 mark. And we took out the $28,000 highs. So if you are looking for a position, I'm getting ready for a short again. It's going to be a quick scalp, at least for this pump. We had a nice little pump. So I wish you the best of luck trading this. Like I said, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market. This is all just for entertainment purposes. Bitcoin is going crazy this week, and we will see what happens next week. Best of luck trading, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you.